Okay, let's go on with Grimm's law. From Indo-European to Germanic and ultimately English. We established that, that the voiceless consonants are turned into fricatives from Indo-European to Germanic. Talked about P turning into, or P turning into F. And then the next one here, T into the interdental fricative Th. There are quite some examples I can give you here. You have in Latin, for example, tres, where you have three in English. You see, this is a direct correspondence here. Drei in German, we come to that later on. Frater, brothor, today brother, bruder, two turning into thou. Yes, in English, in German and other Germanic languages, they did away with the interdental fricative later on, as you can see here in German. Thou turning into du, then later on, of course. But first of all, there's this shift from t to th. And the velar voiceless plosive k turned into ch, and then later on simplified to a mere aspiration. Compare those here. Latin caput. In English you have head. German you can still see the correspondence better. Haupt. Caput. Haupt. So k into h. Cor, we have this. Heart. Herz. All right. Then you have canis, canis, hound, today, hound, today referring majorly to a hunting dog, because dog came later on and replaced hound as the general denomination for the canine animal. Never mind. Or you have Latin lux, so x, turning into Licht. You have to see the Middle English here, Licht, later on simplified into light. In German you can still see the fricative, Licht, there it is still pronounced. In English they ceased pronouncing it, something like 500 years ago, something like that. Or you have cantum, and we have this 100, 100, so K turning into ch or the funny thing is, you can see still here a lot of doublets or words which are etymologically related, because, a lot of Latin and French comes into the English language later on, with the Anglo-Normans or during the Renaissance and what have you, so you will have the Ur-Germanic, word with Grimm's law side by side, Romance loan words which still preserve, the Romance voiceless plosive. Heart, just compare heart to courage and cordial. They both go back to the same root. Heart. Heart is Germanic, and courage and cordial, of course, coming from French or directly from Latin. Or father, compare it father, and then pope, yes, is father. Romance, pope, or something like paternal, patriotic, I don't know, what am I referring to? Patriotic, paternal, whatever. Patriotic is an interesting example, just a footnote, because the English always take the mickey today of the Germans, because we say fatherland and not mother country. For them it sounds very Nazi indeed. Please, my English friends, we can't do anything for the fact. We can't, it's not our fault that you don't know your Latin, Fatherland is just a loan translation, a calque, of patria, Latin, fatherland. And the funny thing is, you complain about the Germans saying fatherland, and then you are patriotic. Fatherlandish. So learn your Latin, please. Before you complain about the Germans. Even, I mean, the novel by Robert Harris, Fatherland, a Nazi novel, because he associates that with the Nazis. No, they just knew their Latin. Okay, head in English, and then deriving from caput, and then you still have capital, okay? And then from French, chef, chief, captain, and so on. I mean, these are the Romance words which came in, no Grimm's Law, and then you have head, which has Grimm's Law, of course, because it's a native word and loan words, okay? Hound, okay? Canine, well, my canine companion, you can still say that, okay? My canine companion, sounds a bit high-blown for a dog, but yes, okay? Canine, Romance, hound, English. Brother, okay? You can say today to fraternize, okay? Or he's very fraternal, okay? Latin, okay? And indigenous, if you like, or nephew and nepotism, okay? And there are hundreds and thousands of examples of that kind, that Romance, loanwords, okay, preserve the Indo-European voiceless plosives, whereas the native words, okay, have Grimm's Law, although there are the correspondences you can see here. Okay, exception to Grimm's Law is that sp, st, sk do not change, okay? They just don't change, for better or worse. Some examples here, yeah. Latin spur becomes, in English, it's spit. Both, yeah, going back to the same Indo-European etymon, if you like, but p, it should be something like sfit. No, it's not, because if there is a fricative, s, yeah, a palatal fricative preceding, no Grimm's Law. Stella, star, okay, not fella or something like this. Hostis, host, okay. Est, is, which is a simplification of ist, okay, as we still have it in German. Ist, okay. No Grimm's Law, or star as stand, and so on. Yeah? Various examples of this kind. So, exception to Grimm's Law, yeah, when there is an alveolar fricative preceding, okay. No, the voiceless plosives, no Grimm's Law. For completion's sake, yeah, because I mean that people won't say he should have known that, okay. Another exception to Grimm's Law is Werner's Law. Here you have it, in brief, okay. The law here is Germanic voiceless fricatives were voiced when the immediately preceding vowel did not carry the chief word accent. Well, sounds very technical, okay? But what does it mean? One example here, Indo-European, the root is piter. And you see here the second syllable is stressed, not the first, yeah? Piter, okay? So, if you like, yeah, the stress is, although this is a bit misleading here, yeah, modern IPA, that the stress is on the second syllable. Therefore, the fricative is voiced. We should expect with Grimm that it was something like Vater, voiceless, but it's not, it's father, okay, voiced. It took a long time until people could explain that. And Werner came up with the explanation that if the second syllable is stressed, or the syllable after the voiceless plosive, it becomes voiced, okay? Therefore, we have, and there are some variations of the word father in Germanic languages. It doesn't matter what Germanic languages, yeah? Feder, father, father, okay? They all go back to father, yeah? The asterisk, of course, means reconstructed, yeah? Father, because of Grimm's Law, it was voiced. Then in German we have Vater, a voiceless plosive, is an exception because this is due to the second consonant shift, which we haven't discussed yet. Don't get confused with German, not at this point here. One more example, explaining the difference between deaf, voiceless, and dead, voiced, is exactly that. One Werner, the other not. Because in Germanic, Dauthus, okay, Dauthus, Ur-Germanic, if you like, yeah, Dauthus, so almost Indo-European, okay, turns into deaf, okay, voices, because the stress is on the first syllable, and for the respective adjectives, that was dauthas, second syllable stress, and therefore voiced, dead. Yeah. So all you need to know here is the difference between deaf and dead is due to the fact that the first is Grimm's law, as it should be. Okay. The second is Werner. Okay. Because it derives from dauthas. Okay, there is that. Werner's law, and probably it would be a good idea to stop here, okay, before we turn to the voiced plosives, because you have to ask yourself, okay, what happened to the voiced plosive, or the other way around. I mean, why do we still have p-t-k in Germanic languages? But if they all turned into fricatives, we should not have them today. Okay? But we have them. Where do they come from? Now wait for the next session. Okay?